right from the beginning. Let's take a look at our agenda. This is right from the beginning, developing good writing habits in early learners. We're going to look at building early writing habits, scribble, draw, write, the right stuff, tools for writing, write around the house, and finally, the benefits of early writing. I'm Shirley McMorris. I'm with the Early Literacy Department, and I am currently supporting K-2 teachers as an early literacy advisor. I have more than 20 years of experience with the district, and that is the newly imagined Memphis Shelby County Schools. As we think about building those early writing habits that last a lifetime, keep this quote in mind. Start writing, no matter what. The water does not flow until the faucet is turned on. And that's a quote from Louis L'Amour. So think about young children and how often they mimic what they see happening around them. One of the most impactful ways to build early writing habits in young children is by allowing them to see you write. Keep this in mind. Toddlers can be engaged in writing. Write with your child and make writing a family fun activity. Prioritize writing by making it a daily habit. Scribbling has meaning. Scribbling is a child's first attempt at writing. Those random lines and marks are their way of communicating. And I know sometimes they scribble on walls and floors and doors, but just pass them a sheet of paper. Remember, don't make a big fuss over it. Encourage them to write. Drawing. Drawing is the art of writing. Drawing evolves as a natural process for all children. Drawing is an expressive outlet for children that demonstrates their understanding of the world and all the important things around them. When your children draw pictures, take time out to discuss with them, to discuss their drawings. Ask them questions about what they've drawn and get them to share. And finally, we write. We've moved from scribbling to drawing to writing. Writing is practical. Writing is one of the earliest forms of communication. Parental involvement in writing makes a huge difference. Helping children to develop good writing habits early has a lifelong impact. Now let's talk about sentence starters. After we've learned to write, we've learned to form letters, and we've learned some high frequency words, we can begin with sentence starters. They are a great support for developing sentence structure as children advance in their writing. And you can see some of those sentence starters featured here to the right, such as I see a, and you have them complete the sentence. I see the dog, cat, flower. This is my mom. Sentence starters also reinforce vocabulary. That's those high frequency words that we see featured on the slide, as well as reading fluency. Now let's look at writing. Writing. How can we get our children actively involved with writing? Look at these tips and tidbits. Write labels on objects, storybooks, menus, names, and make special family placemats for dinner, invitations. Encourage older children even to keep a daily journal or diary. Write events on a calendar, nursery rhymes with your child's name. Play games with writing. Here's the letter B. Write a word that begins with B. Favorite recipes. Write alphabet and sight words with pudding and other fun food. That makes it really exciting. Write emails or notes to family and friends. Special announcements. Signs around the house. Family adventure stories. Lunchbox notes. That's a great way to write to your child each day. Write them a lunchbox note, and maybe when they're at school, they can write a note back to you. And always remember to prominently display and praise your child's writing. And you want to make space for writing at home. You want the space to be comfortable and inviting, easily accessible, and stocked with a variety of writing materials. And you want to also fill that space with storybooks, alphabet charts, menus, and nursery rhymes because they need to see print in order to write print. And you want this space to be used to explore, experiment, and inspire writing creativity. We spend lots of time commuting in cars, so why don't we just write while we're in there? You can have your child or children draw a map and write labels on it. They can write the directions for a place you visit often. Or they can draw your car and write words to describe it. They can also write a list of errands that you may be running while you're in the car, signs and symbols you see as you're riding, a car story, and sequence where you went. Where did you go first? Next, last. Keep a car journal. Also, write the license plates of states that you see on other cars. They can write a grocery list, or maybe a story about another mode of transportation, or even a silly song to sing in the car. They can write the number of cars, trucks, and motorcycles that they see. They can play car games that require writing, such as tic-tac-toe. Make a to-do list for when you arrive home. Remember, keep plenty of writing materials in the car. You can also write at the park. And I know most of the time you don't actually go to the park to write, but it's still an ideal way to get children involved with writing. Have them write with sidewalk chalk. Or maybe they can write about some of the animals they see at the park, or a story about a park adventure. Or they can use sticks and rocks to write their name. Or they can write a note inviting friends to the park, or a list of park rules. Maybe they can make a graph of favorite park toys, or a list of items for a picnic in the park. What about a park postcard, or a list of games to play at the park? Or maybe they can write about their favorite park activity and why they like it so much. So we've talked about writing. Now let's talk about some tools that we can use for writing. We want to keep a variety of writing supplies on hand. And those writing supplies may include textured paper, crayons, chalk, pudding. Yeah, pudding, because really young children like to put their hands in their mouths, and we don't have to worry about them getting any harmful toxins in their system if they use pudding. Post-it notes, Play-Doh, Cheerios, electronic tablets, erasers, tape, foam letters, shaving cream, traceable letters, various pencils, magnetic letters, dry erase boards, and easels. Some additional writing tools include washable markers, tracing paper, index cards, posters, highlighters, notebooks, Etch-a-Sketch, glue stick, tablet paper, hole punchers, stencils, sentence strips, safety scissors, stickers, construction paper, yarn and ribbon, and pipe cleaners. Now, I know you're probably thinking, oh, this is a lot of stuff and it sounds really expensive. But guess what? I'm glad you asked. All of these items can be found at your local Dollar Tree. Yeah, you can get all of the notepads, the pens, the paper, even the storage bins to create that cozy writing environment at home. Now, as I come to a close, I want you to think about the benefits of early writing. Early writing experiences strengthen fine motor skills, concepts of print, communication skills, alphabet recognition, spelling, logical thinking, reading, and the overall success of your child or children in school. It's been great sharing with you this evening. I hope that you found this information helpful. Again, I'm Shirley McMorris. I'm with the Early Literacy Office. We're located at 1363 East Person Avenue, right here in Memphis, Tennessee. Our telephone number is 901-416-4801, or you can contact us at www.scsk12.org/early literacy. Thank you.